I cannot believe that it's snowing again. Hey guys, this is Christina coming to you all with another video, and today I am going to be doing a review on the book Uglies by Scott Westerfield, and if you would like to know my opinions on this book, stay tuned. So I am so happy that I decided to choose Uglies as my very first read for the month of March, because I have been trying for a while to complete the Ugly series, and I'm hoping that in 2014 I will be able to accomplish that goal. In the beginning, we get introduced to the main character, Tally Youngblood. And Tally Youngblood is on the verge of turning 16, and unlike in today's society where being 16 means that you get your license and you save up money for a new car, you get your first job. In the Ugly society, it means that you get the operation to become a pretty. Becoming a pretty is pretty much self-explanatory. You get a surgical operation that basically turns you into a beautiful specimen. And basically what the surgery does is it makes everyone look like a beautiful supermodel. I mean, all of your blemishes are erased, all of the unflattering weight that you might have either gets suctioned out, your teeth are corrected, your eyes are enlarged to make them look beautiful, beautiful lips and perfect nose and all this different other type of stuff. So not only is Tally looking forward to becoming a pretty, she's also looking forward to being reunited with her best friend Paris. So one night, Tally sneaks out of the ugly town to go into New Pretty Town where Paris is at, and Paris basically makes her promise him that she won't do anything stupid to prevent her from receiving the surgery so they can both be together. And on that very same night, Tally gets introduced to Shay, who is the same age as Tally, but unlike Tally, she does not want to get the operation. She believes that the operation just basically makes everyone look the same and that there's no uniqueness in looking beautiful, and that that's not her main objective, that she doesn't mind being considered an ugly because she doesn't think that they are even ugly. She thinks that basically society has made them believe that they're ugly so that they would want the operation to become pretty. So when Tally and Shay become friends, Tally believes that she has this new friend that she can basically go throughout the last couple of months or weeks or days, what have you, of being ugly and basically transform into pretty together so they can be friends in New Pretty Town. But unbeknownst to Tally, Shay never plans on getting that operation, and she ends up running away the night before they both turn 16. This ends up becoming really bad for Tally because this organization called the Specials ends up coming in, and they basically give her an ultimatum saying, either you help us find your friend Shay and bring her back so you can get the operation, or you will not get the operation and you will have to stay ugly forever. So Tally must face two big decisions, whether she rats on Shay and ends up destroying her life and what she wants to do in order to be a New Pretty Town with Paris, or basically keep her promise that she won't rat out Shay and stay an ugly forever. That's pretty much the basis of the story. I feel the same way about this book that I did when I first read it in middle school, and that is that I love it so much. I love the concept of the story because I believe that a lot of the themes in this book go on today and that are very prevalent as far as society basically telling us who's beautiful and who's not beautiful. And what made me really love Shay is this one part in the book where her and Tally were in Tally's room and they were on the computer and they were basically uploading their pictures and doing like Photoshop stuff on their face to figure out what type of look they wanted for when they turned pretty. And Shay says something to the effect of, I don't want to look like everyone else. I don't want to be a pretty, I think you're pretty, Tally, even though you don't see it. And it's unfair that they're making us all look like Barbie dolls. And like after I read that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this book came out like I think over 10 years ago, and it's still, prevalent to this day as far as, who sets the standards of who's beautiful and why does society have to set that standard for us? Why can't we set it and be accepting of our own traits and our own features, and why can't we dictate that as beautiful? So like I've stated before, I have read this book about 2 or 3 times. And the last time I read this book, after I finished, I was like, this book reminds me so much of a Twilight Zone episode. Actually 2 episodes to be correct. So the Twilight Zone is basically a series from like the 1950s, 1960s, and it brought to light a lot of controversial topics in that time period. And the one thing about the Twilight Zone was that it always had an unexpected plot twist at the end that really made you think, and that's what I love the most about the Twilight Zone series. And if you haven't seen it before, I'm pretty sure that they have a lot of videos on YouTube. You can always catch it on like the Sci-Fi Channel. But 2 episodes that I'm going to talk about is Eye of the Beholder and Number 12 Looks Just Like You. So the plot twist for the Eye of the Beholder is that all of the nurses and all of the doctors basically are ugly, dysmorphed faced figures. And you have the lady who's in the operation with her head bandaged up. She looks like a beautiful movie star. And at the end, she's like getting ready to be, I guess, like sent off to a part of the country where all of the ugly people who aren't able to get the operation move, and they live with their own types of people. And the basis of the story is basically that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's all about perception. What I might think is beautiful might not be beautiful to the next person, or what I consider ugly might be considered beautiful for the next person. The second movie is Number 12 Looks Just Like You, and this one really made me think of the Ugly series. And basically the story is of a girl who is probably around 18, 19, 20 years old, and she's getting ready to have the operation to become beautiful. She doesn't want to have the operation because her father at a very young age instilled in her that, education and curiosity and culture and all this other stuff that really makes a person who they are is beautiful, not the aesthetics. As we see her, trying to tell the doctor, I don't want to get this operation. Basically, my father died to not get this operation, and if I have to die to stay and remain who I am because I accept the person that I am, then so be it. And the plot twist for this one is really kind of sad, but I really understand the moral of the story. But this one I'm not going to say. You just have to click on the link to see for yourself. So yeah, like I said, I thought that Scott Westerfeld got his idea for the Ugly series from the Twilight Zone episodes, but in all actuality, he got the idea for Uglies from his best friend who moved from New York to California, and he was talking about all the beautiful people in California. Go figure. So I gave this book a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and this book is something that if I had a daughter, I would make her read when she is a preteen. And I am excited to read Pretties, and I'm actually reading that right now, and I'm almost halfway done with the novel, and I'm probably going to do a review on that one. And I know that I said I was going to read a couple more other books in March. If I'm able to get around to those, I will, but I want to keep on the track of reading the Ugly series. That's all. If you've read the Ugly series before, tell me your thoughts about this book, and if you watched the 2 Twilight episodes, tell me what you think. I really hope that you all watch those episodes because it really changed my life. Twilight Zone in general really changed my life, and if you haven't seen Twilight Zone before, then I definitely recommend that as something that you watch. And that's all, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.